Hey there, Mr. Johnston here, and in this video, I'm going to explain a little bit about what you can expect in our 7th grade awards assembly, which is taking place this Friday, May 21st. So for starters, this video or this presentation is going to cover a few different topics. First, the what, the how, and the why of the 7th grade awards assembly. Then I will answer a few common questions. And then, of course, this video is a starting point where you can ask more questions of your teachers, because the video thing is a one-way. You can ask questions of the video, but it's a video. I cannot respond. So starting with the what, how, and why of the awards assembly. What even is the 7th grade awards assembly? It's a place where we can basically, for the first time, all meet together, blue team and gold team and teachers and staff, and of course, you all, the students. It's a space to celebrate our achievements this year, both individual students and blue and gold teams and the entire 7th grade squad. And maybe not in front of everybody, but it's also an opportunity for you individually to reflect on your growth, because this year has been insane. And we've all grown and learned and changed in some new and probably unexpected ways. Now that we know what is it, how are we going to make it happen? First and foremost, we're going to do this calmly. Everything is so much easier when we move and act calmly. We're going to be headed to the auditorium in the main building. And of course, we will make sure we are going to do our best to be socially distanced. You'll receive more information on how to do that with your seating a little bit later in this video, and of course, during the actual assembly. Now, the biggest thing or the most helpful thing for you is basically going to be just follow instructions from your teachers and any screens that you might see during this video. Or of course, if there's a screen present in the assembly, we will have instructions and directions there for you so you can know what's going on. Now, perhaps the most important part about this assembly, it's for you to celebrate yourselves, your friends, and your team. So if you're ready to celebrate, you're probably headed in the right direction. I will give you more specific details on how this whole thing is going to work and what you need to know later in this video. Finally, my personal favorite, why? Why do we even have a 7th grade assembly? It is almost the end of the year. There is not much time left in your 7th grade careers here at Rogers. What we're going to do is recognize and celebrate people on your team about the work they've put in, the contributions they've made to your classes, and the growth that they have shown. While this is happening for certain individuals, this should be happening for everyone. You should be proud of yourselves. You should celebrate yourselves, and you should also reflect on, like, man, I have grown, I have learned, I have changed. Those are exciting things. And finally, my personal favorite of all of these, it's also a chance to have fun. That's why we have assemblies. That's why we have team meetings. And this year, of course, things have been different, and we have not had as many assemblies as I'm sure we would all like to. At least we get to have this time together. Now, let's get a little more specific about what are we doing? What should I myself be doing? First, we got to get to the assembly if we want to get this thing started. You will be following your teacher to your seats. Every teacher has directions on where to sit. All you got to do is follow your teacher, and we will make sure that you get to the right place. And as we said earlier, to make sure you are ready, to make sure you know what is going on, just like always, follow your directions from your teachers or the screens, or really whoever knows what's going on. We'll make sure to share that information with you. Before the assembly, during the assembly, and of course, after the assembly, you should pay attention, not only so you know what's going on, but so you can celebrate and enjoy yourself and have fun. It's not very enjoyable if you don't know what's going on, so we should probably pay attention. Number 4, we are here to celebrate ourselves and each other. That's the whole point of this assembly, to celebrate one another. And as I mentioned earlier, you should be proud of yourselves and you should be proud of your team. Finally, here are a few questions. If you have more, of course, you can talk to your teacher, but here are some commonly asked questions. Number 1, can I be on my phone during the assembly? No, you may not, because we're celebrating each other. We're following directions. We're paying attention to what's going on. That is not easy to do if you are looking at whatever it is on your cell phone. I will tell you, if phones are out, they will be collected by teachers and you will not get them back until 4:11 p.m. So just pay attention and have fun. You don't need your phone for that. Talking. I know that we in 7th grade students and teachers alike, we are very social people. And so we like to talk to one another. That's fine. In fact, that's great. We need to understand though, when we should be talking and when we should not be talking. If someone is speaking to you, if someone is giving you instructions, if someone is announcing someone who has won an award, we should not be talking. We should be listening so we can know what's going on, right? If you are talking as we get into the auditorium and you already know your directions and you already know your seats, that will be fine. Just make sure you're ready to listen when someone starts speaking to the whole group. Similarly, at the end of the assembly, when you are headed back to your classrooms, once you know your directions and if you have permission from your teacher, great. You could talk about how much fun you had or what you noticed or who you saw celebrated during the assembly. Pretty straightforward. We just talk when we can and listen when we should. A big question is going to be about the timing and the schedule for the assembly because some things will be a little bit different, some things will be a little bit weird. To save time on this video and to give your teachers an opportunity to explain to you what in the world is going on, this is a question that your teachers can explain to you on the day of the assembly. Do not worry. We will make sure you are in the right place at the right time. This is something that your teachers will share with you. And finally, will this be fun? This is your choice. The answer is yes. This can be fun. This should be fun. That's why we even have this assembly. It's a chance to celebrate. It's a chance to be together. And of course, and perhaps most importantly, it's a time to celebrate and have fun. That is really easy to do if we, as we often are in the 7th grade, are following the directions, doing the right things, and taking care of each other. Now, this is a probably longer than you had hoped video explaining what's going on. Of course, you can ask any teachers what to do, how to do it, where you should be. But 7th grade, I am very confident in you to be so successful. I can't wait to see you at this awards assembly.